Hi, welcome to another episode of Magic Emporium Reviews. So today we're gonna review the watch versus Infinity Watch. I don't have a Turner watch, but I know somebody that does it, so I'm gonna give my thoughts about it. So inside the box, I'll just open it here. I got the Chrome version. Is it the Chrome version? Yeah, Chrome Classic, yeah. So you get this box here. Inside the box, you get the actual watch, a remote, the USB cable, like it's over here, and a little tool that allows you to open the watch. Now, the reason why you have to open the watch is because you also have the battery that is separate, by the way. So what you have to do is you go with a tool like that, and you just pop the watch open like that. And inside there, you have the battery and all the electronics. So the battery comes separate, so you'll have to put it in yourself. So if you want to charge the battery, you have to take the battery out. Just gonna put this back in. And so the battery will go into this part here, and then via USB, you'll be charging the remote and the battery together. Now, this watch comes with about 6 routines, if I remember correctly. But let's be realistic, you're only getting it because of the time manipulation trick. By the way, you also get this magnet. This magnet here is really important, which this actually activates the watch. There's a tiny little electronic in there, and as soon as you get close to it, you'll activate the actual watch. Now, the good thing about it is it's probably the best time traveling or time manipulation watch there is. Why? You have this remote here, so I'll just turn it on and show you it vibrates. You can see that flashing over there. There's a couple of different functions that you can do, but I can't now remember which ones they are, and I think you have to have some sort of configuration, but the way that I wanted this, the way that it is now is fine. So let's say you have this or kind of in a finger palm or on your pocket. Let's say you want 1 o'clock, so you go 0 1 0 0, vibrates twice. Oh, didn't work this time. So 1 o'clock will be 0 1 1 0 0. Oh, why is it not working? Okay, 0 1 0 0. Okay, maybe the battery is gone. Yeah, it could be that. That's strange. Yeah, I think the battery is gone. Let me just anyway, so this is actually quite fast. The rotation of the dials, it takes like whatever position. Obviously, you know, if it's like say 3 o'clock or half 3 and you want 3:35, it will be much faster. But even if you want from 3 o'clock, let's say 1 o'clock, it will be it's actually really fast. So it's very good in that aspect. Now, that's the good things about it. You know, like I said, it does come with 6 routines, but I wouldn't be too focused on that, because at the end of the day, it's all about the time manipulation, you know, and then your routines you can adapt to whatever you want. So this is the watch. So I'm just gonna get rid of the box here. And as you know, I think it's around like $400 and something, if I remember correctly. And that's Infinity Watch, this one here. So once again, you have the watch. I think inside here is the USB cable as well to charge the battery. You have to rotate the back of it, which I think is better than the watch, because at least you know that it's screwed in. The watch, I don't know how many times you're gonna be able to take it out, on and off before before it wears out. But anyway, in here you have on. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just open this. On off button. So obviously at the moment is off. I don't know if I have enough charge, but I'll turn it on now. I'll see it. Just screw that back in, if I can. Yeah. And this is the controller for it. And it's quite big, and it even comes with a aerial. And then when you press it, as you can see, the watch starts to move. But here's the problem with it. You actually have to be looking at the watch. Now you can have, again, I think the range of this is quite high. But let's say you have this in your pocket. Somebody who actually has to hold the watch. Let's say if I'm a spectator, I'm holding the watch towards the performer, and then the performer have to press it and wait for the dials to go all the way to whatever time you want, which could take a long time. Takes forever to get it to, if you have the watch at 9 o'clock and you want to get it to 1 o'clock, like you have to have a very long talk for it. Like it's after talking for all this time, still didn't get, see, it's now 10, 11 o'clock. It's now 12 o'clock. So in order to get to 1 o'clock, it takes a long time. So you have to be ready for all the talk for it. Now, obviously, it's much cheaper. It's like about $150 if I'm correct. So, and the video. I'm just gonna turn off this. The video for this, the video instructions for these ones, they're filmed on like an iPhone, and it's like they didn't even hold it the right way, and it's very poor quality. So it's these things, they're not great. This particular watch, I don't think it's okay if you want to do it on a budget or whatever, but it's not great. Now, but there's one big thing that is good compared to the watch, and I'll tell you in a second what it is. Now, I don't have the Turner watch, but I do know how it works. Now, the Turner watch, as far as it's built on the same kind of quality as this one, as the Infinity watch, so it's actually quite good. The bad thing about the Turner watch is you need an app on your phone, and it works via Bluetooth, and it actually has sync connectivity issues at times. So that's a big problem. And another thing, you need somebody to actually enter the your whatever time the spectator wants. You can't just take your phone and all of a sudden start typing stuff, because straight away they'll know that something's up. So that's a very bad thing with the Turner watch. Now, I did hear that apparently the app is going to get an update, but until that happens, my favorite one, and I think the most workable in like as a solo, it will be the watch. Now, the price is massively different, obviously, not as different to the Turner watch, because the Turner watch is about $300, but still like $100 difference to the watch, and this one is only 100 and something. There's talks as well about an Infinity watch of Volume 3, or version 3, I mean. So I don't know. We'll see what they come up with. Hopefully something with a remote that is, that will compete with the watch. Now, the Turner watch works via Bluetooth, which again, I think is a problem, because you can get loads of devices. Somebody may be trying to get in to lock into your device for some reason if you're at the party. These two work on RF, which is a completely different thing. They're synced to the pieces, So you won't have any problems in that. Well, at least I don't think so. You won't have any problems with in that aspect. Now in the Infinity Watch you come with a little credit card here, and it comes, which gives you the, I'm just gonna blank out the, where you can learn the routines and all that type of stuff. Like I said, it's like a little card thing. Like I said, they're filmed like on an iPhone, and yeah, it's not great, to be honest. The quality of the routines. Where the watch, the routines are very well filmed, and there's a performance and all that type of stuff. Now, the very bad thing about this, I think, is this looks very, very cheap. Okay, it's like for something that is like a 400 and something dollars or pounds or whatever watch, it doesn't feel, this feels like a Chinese cheap watch. I have a friend of mine that is really into his watches, like he's not a magician or anything like that, but he's really into his watches. And as soon as he saw that, he was like, geez, this doesn't look like somebody that would wear this. So that could actually be a bit of a problem, because this just looks very cheap. So like I have a watch here, which is I'll just show you in a second, give me a second. That is the same price range. Now this is a normal watch, will be the same price range as this one, and you're gonna see the difference in terms of quality. It's in terms of weight straight away, this one's much heavier. You know, it just looks a hell of a lot nicer. This just looks and feels very cheap. So that's the big problem I have with it. Hopefully some people won't really notice that, or maybe they'll just like, you know, life as a magician is hard, so it's, you know, you have a very cheap watch. But it's the big problem I have with it is the fact that it just looks really, really cheap. And because it looks cheap, you know, some people might be kind of dubious about it. But again, if we compare, I think the Infinity Watch, in terms of actually feeling, you know, actually the feel of it and the weight of it, like there's more weight into this watch than there is to this one. You know what I mean? And this one feels looks a lot nicer than the watch. So I think that should be something that they should focus on. If it feels that maybe they rushed it, they just kind of had an idea. They said it was in the works for like 3 years or something like that. And I think the design of it should be a lot better. Another thing is, like in this particular one, the Chrome version, is you're gonna have to take the links out. Now they say that it's quite easy. There actually aren't that easy to take out the links. I have the tool to take the links out, and I actually, let me see if I have the links that I took out, and I actually bent the links as I took them out. There, like I said, the quality of this is not great at all. So here's the links I took out, and as you see, this I actually even bent out, and these are, see, all these are actually, as I took the pin out, they actually bent, and when I was putting them in, the same thing happened. So I had to like really do a lot of strength to put everything together and make sure that it didn't got wrecked. And I even scratched it. So this one here, it's slightly bent. So it's just, like I said, the quality of this I think is very, very poor. I was very, very disappointed with it. One year, right? I was very excited to get it because I do like watches in general. So I thought, you know, a really nice watch that really could do magic tricks would be just great. But this is just the quality of it. I was so disappointed by the quality. You know, very, very, very disappointed. So again, you know, I think is the best one for the effects that you want, without a shadow of a doubt. But it's very pricey, and the quality isn't great. So unless you want you know, a time effect, then go and spend your money on this. Maybe get the strap version of it, the leather strap. But I also heard from other people that the leather straps, they actually went and replaced the leather strap. Now you might be able to replace the links as well here, but it's just, but this part here, it actually doesn't feel great. And like I said, I had a friend of mine that is like he's really into his watches. He's a watch collector, has all sorts of different brands and stuff like that. And as soon as he picked it up, he was like, this isn't, because I was going to ask him to actually take the links out because he had the tool and I didn't have it at the time. And as soon as he picked it up, he's like, because he didn't know what a watch was about first, and he's like, oh, this is a really crappy, cheap watch. That was the first thing that he said, even before he knew what was the watch about. Then I told him what was the watch about. He's like, all right, yeah. But it's like, man, this doesn't feel like something like somebody would wear. It's just so, it looks so cheap. And then he told me that the links weren't. There's like these links are not possible to take out. Now, like I said, I was able to take them out, but not without a lot of trouble, So yeah. Anyway, there you go. That's. I don't think there's much to say about this because, like I said, the impact of this trick they're massive. Any time manipulation tricks are like the impact of it is just massive. So whether it's with Infinity Watch or with the Turner watch or even this one, it's just massive because people have this in their hand and and things just change. Now the difference is, like I said, this one here, the watch you can actually perform by yourself. It's quite fast at entering the numbers. Like I said, I don't have any battery in it at the moment. It's a shame because I can't show it to you. I don't have any battery at all, I think. So and the Turner watch, the big problem is the fact that you need actually somebody else to enter the thing the inputs on an iPhone or I don't know if they do for Samsung, but definitely they do for the iPhone. So that's a bad thing. And then the Infinity Watch is the fact that you actually have to hold the watch. You need to see the front of the watch in order to see the time changing, and it takes forever for that to happen. So you have to be kind of careful about it. So this, for me at the moment, is definitely the best one, but it has that big thing of it just looks cheap, looks and feels cheap. So now people may not necessarily notice that, but that was the first. As soon as I opened the box and I looked at the watch and I went, huh. And as soon as and then when I actually touched it, I kind of went, oh man, this just feels really cheap. I was so disappointed. There wasn't, it's almost hard to explain how disappointed I was, because I was expecting something, chunky and heavy. Like I said, when you pick up. When you compare it versus a watch around the same price, that was actually that other watch that I just showed you was actually cheaper than this one, and it just feels a hell of a lot better. So anyway, so hope you like it, this review. I'm just working on doing a couple of performances with console, and I'll post the once I have how impactful it was, I'll let you know. I do have console, like I said, so that'll probably be the next review. So anyway, hope you like it. Comments, let me know what you think about it. If you have any questions, just ask. Again, like I said, nobody pays me to do this or anything like that. I buy these tricks myself. I know some people ask me for the I think it was Chin Lim 52 Shades of Red. I don't have that trick at the moment, so I'll see if I know somebody that does have it, and yeah, I'll have a look at it. I'm not mad into. I know I don't. 52 Shades of Red. It has, I think, if I'm correct, gimmick cards, and the fact that if you buy directly from the website. From Chin Lim's website, it does not come with the cards for the figure cards for some reason, which I think that's straight away. I think that's quite bad. I think it should come with all 52 cards. So because I was reading into it a while ago, and unless that changed, it didn't come with a figure card. So hopefully this time, hopefully that changed, but anyway, that's that. Anyway, so I think the next one might be console. My review of that, and yeah. Anyway, so hopefully you like it. Share, like, subscribe, it, the usual thing, and thanks for watching.